My name is Nico and this is my testimony. Well, as a young kid I was quite lively and I was kind of an energetic boy. But in high school things started to change. I started to be interested in many things: pop music, rock music, alternative rock, heavy metal music had a very big part, very big influence in my life. When I was about 15 years old, I read a book of Jim Morrison called No One Here Gets Out Alive, and they had a band in the 60s called The Doors, and that biography of Jim Morrison really influenced my life. I realized that many people who were involved in the drug world and in the, the music industry were not only there for pleasure purposes, but because they tried to find the meaning of life and the purpose of life, and they tried to answer the question, what am I here for? So in that kind of philosophy, I read a lot of philosophy in my high school years, and I made the deliberate decision not to believe in God. I realized I used to have many journals where I wrote things down about what I believed the truth were. And basically, I made the conscious decision not to believe in the concept of sin. And I started living in a hedonistic life. I started to steal, to lie, to dishonor older people. I started using drugs. I started to experiment with marijuana and other drugs. I started to smoke and use a lot of alcohol when I was usually at weekends. So in that way, I started to become more and more involved in basically a hedonistic lifestyle, godless lifestyle. And this went on over a period of 4 years. And when I was out of matric and I started to attend university, I was dragged and drawn more and more into this kind of lifestyle. And there was a stage where I smoked so much dacha and marijuana and very strong stuff that my mind packed up like a computer. Basically, I couldn't read, I couldn't understand, I couldn't talk to people. My mind was packing up like a computer that had a virus, or like a machine that couldn't work anymore for an old car, motor car. So I was 18 years old and I realized, and my life is really falling apart and falling into different kinds of, pieces. And I realized that I also sensed that there was a strange darkness around me, and I couldn't really understand it because I didn't believe in the supernatural, didn't believe in Satan and demons and angels and all these things. But I realized there was another power in my life. I couldn't say to anybody, this is this or this is that or what. I couldn't really say what it is that I was experiencing. So I went on like this, and it basically came to a point of desperation where I had permanent hallucinations, delusions and misconceptions about reality. And I realized the only person who can help me is Jesus Christ. I realized that I messed up my life, I destroyed my life through my own decisions. And basically I realized that the only person who can help me is God, the creator of the universe. And I realized because I had a Christian background, I came out of a Christian background, I realized Jesus Christ can help me. Because I realized in the Bible it was written that He healed the sick and He delivered people from demons. So I started committing my life to God. And I gave my life to God. And God convicted me of my sins. And as I was confessing my sins and repenting of my sins, God started to change my life. I committed my life to God, and I told Him, the future of my life is yours. And I said to God, whatever you want me to do, I'll do for the rest of my life. And over a period of 3 months, God healed me, He cleaned me up, He changed my life, He forgave my sins, and I was a new person. And I couldn't keep silent about the wonderful things that God has done for me. So I'm a living testimony of the power and the grace of God, and I'm eternally thankful for what He has done in my life.